What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel. Joseph Conlon here. It is Sunday, November 21st, 2021. The Dolphins got their third straight victory in a row, beating the New York Jets 24-17. It was not a pretty win, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I thought we played well enough in the second half on offense, and that's what got us the W here today. 24-17. I'm honestly not going to be here long because I want to go watch the Cowboys game. I got a lot to do, and I'm probably going to watch Survivor Series tonight. I'm not going to do a review because I'm doing this, but I got a lot to do, so I'm probably going to be here no longer than 15 minutes. So really quickly, I want to get right into it, but before we do, be sure to go ahead right now. If you're not subscribed and you're watching the video, be sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, man. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button as well. And be sure to go check out all previous videos here on the Big Fight Field channel. Repping my Dolphins necklace for a second week in a row. And it's actually a third week in a row. So it's like when I wear this thing, we have not lost. So I'm keeping this on. I'm keeping this shirt on as well because I wear the shirt 3 weeks in a row and we got the dub. But let's go over some stats real quick and then we'll get into the game. We'll start out with the Dolphins since they were the away team. Tua Tagovailoa, 27 for 33, 273 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. That interception was in the first quarter, I believe, and that's what led to the Jets' touchdown. That's really, I think, the only bad. Like, he made a couple mistakes. Like, he played pretty good today, I thought, and he played well enough to get us the victory against the Jets. But that was a bad interception. I don't really know who he was throwing that to, but then we got Myles Gaskin, who actually had a good running game in my opinion. 23 carries for 89 yards, no touchdowns, but you know, he had situations where he got like a 15-yard gain and a 10-yard gain here and a 9-yard gain here, and they were able to run the ball against the Jets defensive line, and they needed to play well against the Jets defense, who was one of the worst, who's possibly the worst defense in the NFL, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. So let's continue. Tua Tagovailoa, three carries for 6 yards. Matt Collins, 2 catches for 72 yards and a touchdown. I say it every week. We got to start getting the ball to that dude, Matt Collins. He's such an underrated receiver, man. And it was a beautiful throw by Tua Tagovailoa to Matt Collins, which we'll talk about. Jalen Waddle, 8 catches for 65 yards. Mike Gesicki had 5 catches for 50 yards. Durham Smythe had 4 catches for 37 yards. And we'll go Myles Gaskin instead. 3 catches for 7 yards and a touchdown. So Myles Gaskin did get a touchdown today, but it was a receiving touchdown. Then we go to the Jets. Joe Flacco, 24 for 39, 291 yards, and 2 touchdowns. We'll talk about how the defense did in a little bit. They did not look like the same defense, but they played well enough. Just like the offense, we played well enough to get the win today. Michael Carter, 9 carries for 63 yards. He was having a good game, and then he got hurt in the third quarter with his ankle, and then he was out for the game. But he's really good, and he's going to be a really good running back in the NFL. Speaking of being really good in the NFL, Elijah Moore will be a top receiver on the Jets in the next couple of years. 8 catches, 141 yards, and a touchdown. I don't know what's going on with Byron Jones, but he has not been playing good the past couple weeks. I do not know what's going on with him, but he's not the same Byron Jones that we had last season. And then Jamison Crowder, 6 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown. Corey Davis, 3 catches for 35 yards. So Xavier Howard was on him all day, and he did pretty good on him. And yeah, that was it. So let's talk about this game, folks. I don't want to be here long. because I got other things to do. But let's go ahead and talk about this game. That first half was brutal. If you ask me, that first half was brutal to watch. It was 7-7 at halftime, and Jason Sanders missed a 32-yard field goal going into halftime, and he's not even the same this season. Jason Sanders is not the same kicker that he was last season. He was automatic. Now this year, it's like, oh, come on, man, you got to make this. Like, I wasn't even confident that he was going to make the 25-yard field goal at the end. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. But I don't know. That first half was bad. That first half was bad. And I was pissed when we were tied 7-7 at halftime with the Jets. I'll start off by saying this. Dolphins got the ball first in the game. That first drive was brilliant. That was a brilliant first drive. Getting the ball to Mike Gesicki. Jalen Waddle was open for 15-yard catches. Running the ball with Gaskin, and then ending it off with, I believe it was Jalen Waddle on a creative play where Tua was the wide receiver. Gaskin had the ball. He was running, but then pitched it to Waddle, who then ran in for the touchdown. So I thought that first drive on offense for the Miami Dolphins was brilliant. And then we didn't do jack shit. We didn't do jack shit on offense the entire half. Next drive, Tua comes out. He throws that interception, which sets up the Jets' touchdown. Elijah Moore gets like a big catch. And then we make a bunch of stops. It's 4th and goal at the 2. They decide to go for it. I probably would have went for it as well. And they got a touchdown to Jameson Crowder, a wide open catch. I don't know who was covering Crowder there, but Crowder was wide open. And then the offenses just didn't do anything in the second quarter. It was kind of a back and forth defensive game, a little bit boring in the second quarter. But then right before halftime, in the second quarter, the Jets are down at the red zone driving, 3rd down, and Brandon Jones absolutely blasts Joe Flacco from behind. So that forces Joe Flacco to fumble, and Christian Wilkins gets the ball and recovers it, and then he fumbles, and then Javon Holland got the ball. So that was a big play because the Jets could have possibly gotten 3 points out of that drive, and we don't know how the game would have went. So that play by Brandon Jones was huge. A big play by Brandon Jones right there. But then, that last drive before halftime, Tua was doing fine. He got the Dolphins offense in the Jets red zone. Tua had a good drive, and they played for a field goal. That bothered me, man. Why are we 3-7? Why are we playing it safe and not saying we're going all in, we're going to go get this touchdown? We were playing for the field goal before halftime, ladies and gentlemen. We were playing for a field goal. And you know what? It kind of came back to bite us in the ass because we were playing for that field goal and Sanders missed. It hit the right upright, and we went in at halftime. Instead of 10-7, we went in 7-7, tied at halftime. So that first half was brutal to watch. Not a fun first half at all, from my perspective. And then we get to the third quarter, and the Jets have the ball, and they punt. And then this is where the offense picks it up. Myles Gaskin's getting a big chunk of yardage for rushing. And then it is 2nd down and 1, and Tua goes to throw. I'm like, why are we throwing? And then Tua throws this absolutely deep pass to Matt Collins, who's wide open by himself, and gets a 65-yard touchdown. I say it every week. Matt Collins is so underrated. I love that guy. If you get him the ball, he's going to do some impact, and he was wide open. And for the past 2 weeks, Tua Tagovailoa has been able to prove that he can throw the ball deep. He did it last week on that third down to 2nd and 20 against the Ravens to Jalen Waddle, threw it for a 35-yard pass. I wouldn't say the deep pass. Someone blasting music out there. I wouldn't consider the play to Albert Wilson a deep pass because that was like a 20-yard pass, but he was wide open and ended up getting like a 64-yard play, something like that. He got this ball to Matt Collins, who was wide open, 65 yards, and we got the touchdown. And then they miss a 40-yard field goal, and then we punt. And I don't know what happened on this play, but Elijah Moore scored a 62-yard touchdown, who was being covered by Byron Jones. And I said in the beginning, and I will say it again, Byron Jones is not the same guy as he was last year. He's just not. And he let Javon Holland go for he let Elijah Moore go for a 62-yard touchdown, and we were tied 14-14 going into the fourth quarter. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I was kind of getting worried when we were tied at 14 going into the fourth quarter against the Jets. I'm like, we should not be tied with the Jets the way we played last week. And then we showed up in the fourth quarter again to a touchdown pass to Myles Gaskin. And then the Jets punted, sacked by Jalen Phillips, who hasn't really done shit the entire game. And then he makes a big play, sacking Joe Flacco on 3rd and 9. And then we were just able to kill the clock, run the ball, which is what we did, and it worked. So in the fourth quarter on that drive, we stuck with the run, and it worked. And it's why Gaskin had almost 90 yards rushing. He had 89 yards rushing. So we go down, we kill clock. Tua gets passes off to Jalen Waddle, and on 4th and 1, we were going to go for it. And they took the delay game, which I had no problem with. Sanders kicked the 25-yard field goal, and basically that clinched the game right there. So I'm happy the way the offense played in the second half. The last score was a garbage field goal. We just playing cupcake coverage on defense, and they ended up getting a field goal out of it. But I'm proud of the way the defense played in the. I'm proud of the way the offense played in the second half. The Jets were one of the worst defenses in the NFL, and to me it was like kind of a disgrace that we had 7 points at halftime against this terrible defense. But then we picked it up in the second half. We got 17 points, and I thought Tua had a good game today. I really did. I thought the offense overall, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Defense, I'm going to give it a thumbs up, even though the past 2 weeks was much better. We didn't get enough pressure on Joe Flacco as we got last week on Lamar and the previous week on Tyrod Taylor. But I'm proud of the way the boys played today. We're 4-7 now. We're kind of in the playoff hunt, but next week's going to be a big game. We played the Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton's back. We got Christian McCaffrey, the top 5 defense in the NFL. They just lost today to the Washington football team. They lost to Washington 27-21. I was keeping a close eye on that game. I'm going to go, I'll probably watch highlights of that game, and I'll get ready for that big game against the Carolina Panthers next week, because that is a big game for us, man. If we want to possibly sneak into the playoff picture, We have to beat the Carolina Panthers next week. They are 5-6, and we're 4-7, so we're almost evenly matched. Almost. So we got to get this dub. We got to get this dub next week against the Carolina Panthers. Defense has to play great next week. Offense, again, with this defense that we have, the defense, like I said, I thought the defense played good today. They didn't play like they did last week against the Ravens, or the week after against the Texans, more particularly the Ravens game. But if the defense doesn't sting next week against the Panthers, our offense really, I think, has to put up 21 points, 24 points, and we will win this game against the Panthers. So it is a big game next week against Carolina. So I'm about to get out of here. I will not be reviewing Survivor Series here tonight on the channel. I'm just going to take a break, let you guys watch this, and I'm just going to hopefully enjoy Survivor Series. I hope it's a good show. I'm really not looking forward to the show at all. I don't really care about it outside of Big E and Roman Reigns. So, yeah, I thank you all for tuning in to the video. Be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Fuel channel. Hit that subscribe button. Comment down below your thoughts on the 24-17 win from the Miami Dolphins today. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video today. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well at Conlon_Joseph. And guys, I will see you... I don't know. I got a busy week coming up this week. Maybe I might not be back on here until Wednesday for Dynamite, because I got a busy day tomorrow. And then I have class all day Tuesday, and I'm going home Tuesday because it's Thanksgiving and I want to see family. So I probably won't be back on here until Wednesday. But until then, I hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. Stay safe. If you're a wrestling fan, you're watching Survivor Series tonight, enjoy it. Dolphins fans, we got the dub. Let's go. 24-17. We're 4-7. Have a good one. Stay safe. And as always, fins up.